Welcome to Icey Topics. I'm your host, Goose, and this is my assistant, Ice Man. And we're here today to talk about conspiracies, because this is a conspiracy channel. Today, we're talking about the infamous, the crazy, the delicate 9/11 conspiracy. Questions: did Bush do it? Was it government funded? Was Osama bin Laden behind the project? Or was it aliens? Today, we find out. Today. To start off our topic today, Iceman, I want you to tell me, what do you think happened on 9/11?
Number one, it's Ice Man.
My bad.
But here's what I think. The plane that was flying should not have been flying in the building.
Right, because it should be in the air.
Obviously.
Or it should be on a runway.
Exactly. In the sky on the runway.
And that's
I've
just
never
logical
seen
sense.
a plane in a building.
I've never seen that
But I went to St. Louis.
until that day.
I did go to St. Louis once. They did have a plane sitting up there.
Oh.
Totally different story, but...
Was it a helicopter?
Maybe. I don't know. It's been a while ago.
Well, okay, so my thing is, let's go away from the topic of the alien part of why was the plane into a building when it was supposed to be in the air, and let's go more into the who was behind it and why.
Bush.
Now that we're into this segment, I think we can start the conversation off, and I think we both agree that the Clintons were behind a lot of it, and they influenced George Bush to kind of stage it as a terrorism attack. And I think we can both agree that because they're in such high power and they want a terrorist attack to happen to scare the public and to rise into patriotism and stuff like that, can really spark up something very, I can't think of the word, let's just say influential. You know, it influenced a lot of people in this country. But I also think that their gray hair might symbolize something.
Well, Mark, I can agree with you right there.
I think that because they have gray hairs, that they might be aliens, maybe coneheads. Because have you ever seen?
They are pretty old.
Have you ever seen the Clintons and the coneheads in the same room?
No.
I don't
But
think.
same was with the Queen.
Oh, that is the same
Queen
with the
of
Queen.
England.
Never seen it.
She's
She might
older
be
than both my
behind.
grandparents.
She might be behind it too. And since we're such a big, super big power in this world, the Queen of England might be scared of that. So that's for another topic. Cut that. We're gonna put that. As you can see, Iceman has left. He went to go use the restroom, but we just came in. That our reporter Demetrius DeMarcus III, or Bartholomew III Jr. is out getting information on the subject.
Yeah, just like he was saying back at the news station, I'm all in the streets looking for people to interview about this 9/11 Bush thing. Well, according to our other news from Ken Dog and Big Head, Timmons is on steroids. Oh, hold on. Wrong news. Back to you, Isaiah.
Okay, so breaking news, something just big just came in. We're going to just go over the topic of the 9/11, recap real quick. Clintons did it, might have been aliens, never seen them with coneheads, and... Okay, our reporter's back, and shocking news.
I broke my fishing rod.
Yep, Mr. Timmons is on steroids, and we're going to have Ken Dog on the show. Big Head could not get here today, unfortunately, but we're having Ken Dog on the show, and we're going to cut to that right now. All right, and here he is. Welcome, Kennedy, to our show.
It's good to be here, Isaiah.
Glad to have you on Icey Topics. It's not often we get another reporter on our show, so it's really good to have you here.
It's good to be here. I think this will be great for me. I only have 34 views. He has 74. This is great. I think we might be collabing more in the future. Is that correct?
Yes, and so tell us what you found on the steroids and Mr. Timmons subject.
Well, we had an anonymous source from inside the elemental physical sciences classroom telling us that his teacher, I'm not going to name him.
Not name it. Yeah, because we don't want to.
Says that her boyfriend, Mr. Timmons, takes steroids. And then apparently, as we were filming another part of our show.
Yeah.
Apparently, Abram Taylor, McLovin,
Yeah. Because you don't want to assume his
was a
name.
victim of him trying to sell him steroids. It was crazy. It's crazy. I had never heard this before then.
I've seen, and I'm not
This is brave of you and
gonna
Abram.
say 100% of what I saw, but I have seen him walking in the hallways handing things to people. And I'm not gonna say it's steroids, but it might be steroids. Now, before we continue that topic, I want to just ask you, because this is a topic me and my assistant, Ice Man, were doing, and we want to know what you think happened on 9/11 that day. Because
What do I think happened
Yes.
on 9/11 that day?
because we were talking and we're like, well, planes fly in the sky. They don't fly into buildings. And this is just abnormal of nature
You see,
to happen.
I believe partly what the government tells us. I think that
It was a terrorist
those,
attack.
that was a real terrorist
Al-Qaeda.
attack, but not by Al-Qaeda,
By who?
by the Indians.
I think it was the Indians,
Yes,
which is...
You see, because there's a lot of money in it,
Mhm.
because there's so many workers, and God knows there's nobody to employ them.
Mhm.
So my thing is, maybe it was the Clintons, maybe it was somebody else, but somebody paid a big group of
Right,
Indians
right.
a lot of money, like a huge amount that would help them from starving,
Right.
as they would attack
And-
the World Trade Center.
And not only could it be in India, it could be a lot of the communist countries
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
world.
Like you see, I don't necessarily believe it was India.
India,
It
exactly. Yeah.
was I believe
It
it
was
was
just-
a poor country
Mhm.
that was desperate.
Yeah, like a third world country.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like me and Iceman were talking about. We thought it was the Clintons who did it, and that they might be aliens.
See, the hard part about this topic is, if it really was the government, there's no way they're going to tell us.
Yeah, and even if
So
it was,
it makes it impossible. And if it was the Clintons, they basically run the government.
yeah, and even if it was the government, as we might believe, even if it was, what can we do? What can we do? Okay. Well, I think that concludes our topic for today, and I just want to thank you for coming on.
It was nice meeting you.
And it was good.
Always
It was
a pleasure.
good. Yeah, it was good
Thanks for having me on. Yep, it will be very big for me. Bye.
You heard it here, folks, and we're gonna get Iceman back onto the set so that we can conclude this video. Well, you heard it here, folks. 9/11 may just be an inside job. I'm your host, Goose Man, and this is Ice Man, and we thank you for watching.